One country that's pulling ahead of its neighbors when it comes to using clean energy is Portugal. It's leading the way in the commercial production of wind and solar power. And now it's using the high seas for its newest innovation. The CBC's Nancy Durham explains.
Portugal lives by the sea as it's always done. Its people proud of their great navigators like Vasco da Gama. Now Portugal is exploring again, this time discovering the power of the sea. It has just become the first country to use wave power to make electricity commercially. Just one more green entry in Portugal's expanding renewable energy portfolio. They're catching up fast in wind power too, as they build Europe's largest wind farm. Mother Nature was generous to Portugal. There's wind power and wave power most of the time. And here in the south, in Moura, the sun shines almost all of the time, and the Portuguese are really taking advantage of it. And another world first. This is the largest photovoltaic plant on Earth. Hundreds of silicon panels which turn sunlight directly into electricity. When all the work is done, these shimmering tennis court-sized boards will be capable of supplying power to 30,000 households.
I think people finally wake up for the immense power, the potential that Portugal has to produce renewable energy. It doesn't make sense to produce energy by using imported gas and oil. If we have waves, we have wind, we have sun.
The energy from the plant heads right next door to the village of Energias. There's more than enough power for Idalisa Valenti to make endless espressos and to feed the hungry men who work at the solar park. Yet she has no idea until just now, when Francisco Aleixo tells her that all her power comes directly from those bright blue checkerboards.
She can't believe it.
Slowly it dawns on her that it's true. And this, she says, makes her happy.
I was real thrilled with what she said, because after all of these years of work, hard work on these power plants, realized that people really start to see the fruits of our work. Here, it's really a thrill for me.
And the latest thrill for Portugal is the wave machine. It's called polamas, an ancient word for sea snake. On this calm day, it's hard to imagine what it can do. But here, during tests, we can see wave action. When its hinges are forced against each other, electricity is created. They have 3 machines now and 25 more on order. Each one can provide electricity for about 1,500 households.
Wave energy is really where wind energy was 15 years ago. If you look at what happened in Denmark with wind energy, Portugal has the opportunity really to be the leader in this technology.
Portugal is also cashing in on wind energy. Not only is it building Europe's largest wind installation on its northern border with Spain, the Portuguese are making the parts at home. 1,000 people have jobs making the blades and the turbine shafts out of concrete to beat the rising cost of steel. Portugal offers attractive incentives to investors, promising good returns on the electricity they help to produce. In many other countries, protesters block wind farms, objecting to their appearance and noise. There's little protest here, according to project director José Oliveira.
No, not that kind of complaint. They usually complain when they don't have a windmill in their backyards, or if the neighbor has more windmills than they have.
Because the people like the money that comes with the land rent. Portugal had hoped to produce nearly 1/3 of its electricity through renewables by 2010, 2 years ahead of schedule, and it's already making more than 40% of its electricity from clean energy, and the number's growing. Nancy Durham, CBC News, Alto Minho in northern Portugal.